want to do today is revisit the tie-dye video that I did. I was still learning then, and I am still learning now, but I have seen a technique on YouTube for the actual image transfer that just helps get thicker, darker results. And I feel that that will help with the line where the paints blend, or should blend together, but look more like an awkward bleed. So I'm going to just pull a few more transfers and quickly experiment with it. And you're not going to be imagining it. The first thing you're going to do is see me put on a coat of transfer paint, let it dry completely, and then put on another coat before I pull the transfer. And I have shared this video with a couple people who have reached out to me through the Gel Inspirations website saying that they were having trouble with image transfers, so they didn't want to really buy any of my transfer bundles until they got the kinks worked out. When I shared this technique with them, along with the paper I use, all of which I'll put down below, including a link to Leandra's video, it just made all the difference in the world to them. So I may not talk a lot. I'm just going to have some fun doing some transfers and a little painting. But the theory here is with this thicker, darker transfer method that the tie-dye in particular will look much better. So let's just go ahead and see what I get. My experiments so far, I have seen that, at least for me, both layers for the transfer paint have to be very thin. Okay, I think our first layer of paint is dry. If I didn't show it, that is the Liquitex soft-bodied acrylic in Mars Black. And I'm going to go ahead and try and transfer this tie-dye butterfly from my tie-dye bundle at gelinspirations.com. I'm going to work fast because part of this technique is the paper that you use is a glossy, quick dry business paper, and it literally becomes one with the plate if you wait too long. I don't think I've ever had a transfer in this method take over 12 to 15 seconds, and then the paint was on probably too thick. But I just noticed this is printed crookedly, so I'm going to trim it with scissors first to make sure I get a good registration. All right, fingers crossed. And the dog hair always thickens things up. Let's see what we do. All right, that will do. Because I'm a notoriously impatient person, I am actually working on 2 plates at once here. Now, even though the tie-dye bundle is set up for 8x10 gel plates, I've gone ahead and broken out my 9x12 as well so that I can do the 2 plates at one time. So ignore me when I place it down in the corner here. And this time I'm going to go back to the classic spiral tie-dye. I believe I used this same one on the first tie-dye video. We'll see if we can't improve on our results, or on my results, I should say. And I went with a blue, the Liquitex Prussian blue hue here this time. And start adding some color in right from the beginning this way. course, using the too large a plate, if it turns out spectacular, I can either center it on a collage or other design, or just trim the extra edges off and frame it on a mat board. But I'm not too worried about that with tie-dye prints. That almost looks, for dark tie-dye, that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off, and then I'm gonna move us back to the butterfly print that should be just about dry and ready for sort of a weird version of tie-dye reverse painting. Probably about to make some bad decisions here regarding paint color. Certainly won't be the first time. Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to try and do a solid in here and out here, or a blendy effect, which is, of course, more tie-dye. I think I'm going to try to get a little of these two on the inside, and then I'm going to yell at my dog. That's Steve, everybody. And after that, I'll either come back over the top with this or this. I have absolutely no idea. So here we go. Right, definitely pulling on regular copy paper because that is the closest thing I had at hand. You can get more professional tips like this from watching my YouTube channel. All right, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. In case I didn't mention it, this is the Liquidex Basic Vivid Red Orange and Amsterdam Standard, some sort of yellow, I would tell you if I had my glasses with me. Okay, we'll let that dry. I'm going to grab the other plate and we'll switch back to the tie-dye. Okay. In the original tie-dye video, I did some reverse painting inside the heart tie-dye that I did. I'll just try a touch of that on this as well, for the sake of adding more, I don't know, dimension, more tie-dye-esqueness to this. I live in a community in Baja where we have a monthly meeting of what's called Maker Monday, where all the artsy types come in once a month and for hours and just do art together. Oddly enough, they love, a lot of them are into collage, so they love it when I bring all my screw-ups and things that I don't want to keep or that just ended up on the editing room floor, so to speak. So that's, that's worst case scenario, is I make a lot of the ladies happy. All right, I'll finish this up without boring you. I should probably let this dry a little bit more, but for two reasons. One, a little smear kind of is tie-dye. Two, I'm very impatient, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that with, we're calling it, I'm sure all of you can pronounce this better than me. Is it Gotta deal? Gotti deal with their Pearl Viridian, which I absolutely love. And this time I did remember to set out for paper. I'm using this, which I picked up at Office Depot here in Ensenada. Time to pull the butterfly on the very impromptu photocopy paper. Right, let's see what we got here. Not bad. We can't get a total read on whether or not we've improved the bleeds leaking through, but it sure looks like we have. It's a little hard to tell since I chickened out on using contrasting colors. But we're not through yet, so let's keep going and see if they all turn out this well. Let's see, this is the swirl. Shall we peek at it from the other side? Uh-oh. That final layer of paint pretty much wiped out all my trusted back painting or reverse painting. Ah, that's too bad. Let's take a look here. Again, that's kind of on me. It looks like if I had used more contrasting color, it wouldn't have happened. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give this to the ladies at Maker Monday. And I'm gonna do two more, and this one is going to be super high contrast. This one, thinking maybe some very fluorescent-y type colors. There's no point in you guys just sitting here watching my paint dry again. So what I'm thinking is if you turn the video off now, that's unfortunate for me, but just remember the three takeaways on this are the double painting to pull the transfer and give you the thicker black. And for me, at least, the double painting works best on the glossy professional paper that's quick dry. And the third, I'll possibly remember in a moment. But in the meantime, if you're not remembering any of this, like I'm not, I'm putting up a blog post that should be up by the time this video is released on what to do if you're struggling with image transfers. And it will include the link to the Leandra K. art video that best demonstrates the double painting transfer technique, to me at least, along with some photos of the different papers and supplies. But most importantly, it will be quoting a conversation I had with a lady who was really struggling with image transfers until she tried this technique. And she's a lot of fun. So I hope you give that blog post a look. It's on the gelinspirations.com website. It's the Gel Happens blog. So I'm going to gel print for a while because I can't talk anymore. I'm going to just give you shots of this as I go along the way and not have you sit through the whole thing again with these two. But I do hope you enjoy it, everybody. Working in the sunlight today because I know absolutely nothing about making videos and lighting. And frankly, I have too much fun on art to stop and learn it all. But one thing I have gained is a whole respect for all of those people out there who make great tutorial videos, how they can talk, run their microphone, keep their brayer straight, choose their paints, and come out with excellent results and keep it all straight. I have no idea. But you can just consider mine kind of the cluster videos. I won't finish the word. That's okay. You're watching me learn more than you're watching me teach, I hope. And if you learn a little something from it, that's great. And I do hope you get on the Jill Inspirations Facebook page to ask your questions or even to yell at me about what I did wrong. It's all good. And you can also do that in the comments under the video. It's all in good fun. Okay, let's see what we have here before I lose my light. Remember those plasma balls they used to sell at like Spencer's Gifts here in the United States? That's all.